Deploying AWS WAF on CloudFront distributions to protect websites from common web attacks. This podcast is brought to you by Business Compass LLC. We are an Amazon Web Services advanced consulting partner. We build and migrate workloads to Amazon Cloud. Our website is businesscompassllc.com. Our phone number is 973-638-2228. Our email address is contact@businesscompassllc.us. In today's digital landscape, securing your website against common web attacks is more critical than ever. With increasing threats like SQL injections, cross-site scripting, XSS, and DDoS attacks, having a robust security solution is paramount. One of the most effective ways to safeguard your web applications is by deploying AWS Web Application Firewall, WAF, on Amazon CloudFront distributions. This podcast will guide you through setting up AWS WAF to protect your website, enhance security, and ensure peace of mind. Why use AWS WAF with CloudFront? AWS WAF is a web application firewall that helps protect your web applications from common web exploits that could affect application availability, compromise security, or consume excessive resources. When combined with Amazon CloudFront, AWS's Content Delivery Network, CDN, you can enhance the security of your web applications even further. Critical benefits of AWS WAF with CloudFront. Comprehensive protection. AWS WAF protects against SQL injection, XSS, and other web exploits. Scalability. AWS WAF scales automatically with your traffic, ensuring consistent protection without performance degradation. Flexibility. Customizable rules allow you to tailor the protection to your specific needs. Global reach. Leveraging CloudFront's global edge locations ensures low-latency security checks and content delivery. Step-by-step guide to deploy AWS WAF on CloudFront. Step 1. Create a web ACL in AWS WAF. Log in to the AWS Management Console and navigate the WAF and Shield service. Create a web ACL by clicking on Create Web ACL. Define web ACL settings. Choose a name and cloud platform, CloudFront. Add rules and rule groups. Utilize managed rule groups provided by AWS, or create custom rules to protect against specific threats. Set default action. Decide whether to allow or block requests that don't match any rules. Step 2. Associate web ACL with CloudFront distribution. Navigate to CloudFront in the AWS Management Console. Select your distribution. Choose the CloudFront distribution you want to protect. Edit distribution settings. Go to the Behaviors tab and edit the default behavior. Associate Web ACL. Under the AWS WAF Web ACL section, select the web ACL you created. Save changes. Update the CloudFront distribution settings. Step 3. Configure and test rules. Test your rules. Ensure your web ACL rules correctly identify and block malicious requests. Monitor traffic. Use AWS WAF logs and CloudFront metrics to monitor the traffic and fine-tune your rules for optimal protection. Adjust rules as needed. Based on monitoring results, update your rules to enhance security. Best practices for using AWS WAF with CloudFront. Regularly update rule sets. Keep your managed rule groups up to date with the latest security patches. Enable logging. Configure AWS WAF logging to monitor and analyze traffic patterns. Use rate-based rules. Protect against DDoS attacks by setting rate-based rules to limit the number of requests from a single IP address. Test in a staging environment. Before deploying changes to production, test your rules in a staging environment to ensure they don't block legitimate traffic. Conclusion. Deploying AWS WAF on CloudFront distributions is a powerful strategy to protect your web applications from common web attacks. By following the steps outlined in this podcast, you can significantly enhance the security of your website, ensuring that it remains resilient against threats. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please share this podcast, visit our website, and follow our social media links.